Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my brothers and sisters of humanity, right? Of humanity. This is going to be my quick Jummah khutbah on gratitude. See, gratitude is a verb, is a word that requires an action. Many people say they are grateful to their creator. They're grateful to Allah. They're grateful to this person. They're grateful for their health. They're grateful for their car. They're grateful for all these things. Yet, are they really grateful? Because to be grateful, you have to show gratitude to that thing that you say you're grateful to. And because if you show your gratitude at the higher state, then you will get more to be grateful for. So gratitude is a verb. For example, when you say, when I was 16, right? When I was 16, I didn't get a car when I was 16. When I was 18, I remember, right? In the community, they got a car, and they didn't like it. They wanted a Mustang, or they wanted something nicer, right? And then they got something like let's just say a first person car, like a Buick Century or a Oldsmobile Cutlass, like 1995 Cutlass, and they hated it. See, they weren't showing, they weren't grateful for having transportation. Because they weren't really grateful, they were forced to be like, oh, why aren't you grateful? Other people don't have a car. So people were mostly guilt tripped into being grateful for things. So you're not grateful. You just have that guilt of, oh, you want a better car, but you should be grateful because other people don't have a car. The way you can be grateful is to realize that, to show gratitude to that car, for example. If you're really grateful for your car, you show gratitude to that thing by what? By understanding how the car works. How can you be grateful to something if you don't even know how it operates? You learn how it works. You change the oil. You take care of the upkeep of it. You're diligent with the repairs and issues that require your attention because you're grateful. And because you are grateful, that car will take you to the next level for you to get more things to be grateful for. That gratitude becomes a vessel to get more gratitude if you truly have the gratitude. If you're grateful for your life, yet you breathe in anxiety. Oh, I'm so tired of these things. Oh, I'm so tired of people. Oh, I hate this person. I hate that person. What you breathe out is a negative vibration. How can you be grateful for your breath when all your breath does is pollute the ethers with your low state of consciousness? You have to show gratitude by when you're really grateful for your breath, your air. You will breathe in that air and fill your lungs and breathe in that energy. And as you breathe in, you're grateful for that breath, for the fresh air. See, you will get more to be grateful for. Great gratitude is a stepping stone. It's like a portal that opens up avenues, opens up ways you can receive more gratitude from the giver of the gratitude, which is the one source of everything. It's happening through your consciousness. How does anything manifest other than through your consciousness into the physical reality? You've been guilted into, eating your food because there's people in Africa starving. What is a child that is forced to eat, a bunch of rice and high carbs and and uh, this food, right? A plate full of food, eat it. Oh, I don't eat it. I'm too full. I don't want it. Oh, Be grateful. There's people starving in Africa. It's like, what does that child have to do with anything about the children starving? You're the one who's forcing that person to eat something they don't want to eat. And how children are, they don't know what's best for them. They're children. I have a daughter. She's 8 years old. She doesn't want to eat her vegetables. But I don't guilt trip her into telling her, oh, other people don't have food to eat. You're like, look, this is what this does for you, for your body. Your body is a tool, and it requires nutrients to grow. So your cognitive abilities are at a higher level. I explained that to her in her own language. So stop guilt tripping yourself. Stop guilt tripping other people. And if you have guilt placed upon you from the past, then release that guilt. It's okay. You don't have to house the guilt inside you anymore. You can release it. You have permission. See, when you release that guilt, you open up that void becomes opened up, and you have to take care of that void so another negative energy doesn't not take its place. So consciously start being grateful the proper way and show your gratitude to that thing that you're grateful for, not because of the ego, but from the higher self. Okay, assalamu alaikum everyone, and have a beautiful Friday, Jummah, Frigga Day, right? Venus Day, Frigga Day. You know what Frigga Day? That's Friday. Frigga. I'm not going to get into it. Lakshmi, Venus, all the same energy. See, that's why on Fridays people feel more cheerful, right? But what's the difference between Friday and Monday, other than just a label attached onto a certain uh, construct, which is time? Don't get caught in the constructs. You have to break down these constructs in your mind and utilize them for your own benefit. So you're reminded Friday to be in extra gratitude mode. So you can have that gratitude and you can use that same energy the next day, and then refresh it on Friday. And then eventually collapse the time. So even when it's Monday, you can feel like it's Friday. You can have that spirit within you of happiness, of joy that you have on Friday every single day, because you're no longer in the construct of the illusionary time, which is construct. The construct is the Maya, the illusion, the dunya. It's a construct for the logic that is created in the five sense illusionary reality. That is not you. That is the that is the that is the end. That is the effect. That is the effect of you, of how you think, what you think about yourself, what you think about reality, what you see, what state of consciousness and level you are in your own life. You start to move up in consciousness with the power of true gratitude. If you have a job, you should be grateful for it, but it doesn't mean you stay the same. If you're really grateful for the job you have, what you're going to do is you're going to be a vessel that learns more about that position. And as you learn more about the position and you become the energy of that position, you will get noticed in your company. If you don't get noticed in your company, then you'll get so much energy that another company, somebody else will notice you through ways that your logic can't understand. It comes from Allah, it comes from the divine. And because you showed gratitude and you actually became that energy of that position and you exceeded it because you're in so much gratitude for what you have, the position you have, and the opportunity you have, instead of going to work, think about those politics and, oh, this person is, oh, ego, and, oh, you hate this, oh, you hate your job, oh, you feel like you're undervalued. You express the value you are through your action. If you feel you're undervalued, is that really true? And if you're really undervalued, then why not go to some other place that wants somebody high value like you? If you want to get promoted from the bottom to the top, you do it by gratitude, and you do it by becoming somebody that is grateful and channels that energy and becomes better and better. And then you will get more to be grateful for. It's like a faucet of abundance, and that knob is actual gratitude. Maybe the people that don't feel, the abundance of the divine coming through, and they're frustrated and they're worried and they're fearful and they're in this construct of time, and they're just in the lower state of consciousness, and they say they're grateful, but is that true? Someone that is grateful is not triggered by the lower self. Become the outside observer. Collapse those waves, those thought waves in your mind, and house the thoughts, and invoke the thoughts in your mind that take you towards your higher vision of yourself. Not anchored in the ego, in the dunya, in the illusion, in the maya, in the five senses, but past it. Anchored in the source. Your anchor should be in the source, not in the dunya. When it's anchored in the source, then everything else becomes a byproduct at a higher level than the ego could have manufactured through its own effort. Nothing is from your effort. In fact, the more you put effort into it through your ego, the more you put resistance and labels, and you cut off that gratitude, and you cut off that connection through your ego. Once you label something, you've already limited it. You've limited it. Labels are for the ego to understand, to comprehend incomprehensible concepts. Then the most incomprehensible concept is infinity, is the divine, is the source. But if someone only comprehends 99 names compared to someone that comprehends, 999 names, whose perception is greater? Who's got a bigger picture of that infinite? Even if someone knows a billion, they can't know the infinite. A trillion billion compared to infinity is still zero. And the logic, the human can't know it all ever. But it can strive to knowing. It can seek to knowing. And that's what people have cut off. They've cut off the knowing because they think they already know, because it's been told. It's been told by a construct. It's been told by your lower self ego, the demiurge, the anti-Christ, to keep you in that construct. And anyone that says anything that you don't comprehend, the ego starts to defend itself by becomes the agent Smith. It does not want to change. It fears change because it cannot survive outside of the dunya, outside of the illusion. That's why they say Satan or Shaitan will never go to Jannah, right? Because it is the illusionary reality. It is dunya. It is illusion. It is attachment to the illusion. Okay, everyone. Assalamu alaikum, and have a beautiful Friday. Every day. Peace. Allah, Allah, la ilaha illallah. Oof. I love doing these hand mudras. Hemisync my left and right brain lobe. Strengthen that corpus callosum, the bundle of nerves that helps the both hemispheres connect. Your hands are tied to the nervous system, tied to the cosmos, as within, so without.